Hey guys, we're going to have this is a pre-recorded video, and we're going to be talking about today is the distributive property. Woo woo! All right, now I'm going to go through a few examples. I want to remind you at the beginning here that you do need to take notes. Okay, at the end, you're going to have to take a picture of your notes and upload it to Google Classroom. So I need to see that you actually took the notes. So that means you need a piece of paper out. If you need to pause so that you can get a piece of paper out, go ahead and do that. All right, here we go. Now, the distributed property in its basic form, okay, is basically talking about problems where we have a value on the outside, okay, called, we'll just consider it A. And notice there's a big thing that we have to notice here. There's nothing in between the A and the parentheses. So that implies that we're doing multiplication. Okay. And we're going to multiply this A by every single term on the inside. So we're going to go A times B. Okay. Whatever that is. So we'll just write AB. And we're going to do A times C, whatever that is. And that would be positive AC. Okay. Now, I want to make sure that we see that this is the same thing, even if the A that we're multiplying is on the other side. Okay. So I have still doing the same thing, A times B, which is AB. And we're still doing A times C, which is positive AC. Okay. That's the general form. And now we're going to do some examples. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to do about 4 examples. This is the first one. For this first one, we have a 12 parentheses y plus 3, close the parentheses. Now, again, remember, there's nothing in between the 12 and the parentheses, so that implies we're doing multiplication. So we're going to multiply 12 times y. Well, that's 12y. And we have 12 times a positive 3. Now pay attention. That's a positive 3. So 12 times positive 3 is going to be 36. So we got positive 36. Okay, let's look at the next one. Oh no, I'm going to have to reload this real quick. Okay, so give me, let's say it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. All right. Doing the distributive property. Okay, so we have parentheses, 4y plus 3, close the parentheses. And then we have a 2. Now, again, there's nothing in between the parenthesis here and the 2. So that implies that that's multiplication. Now, we got to multiply. So first we have 2 multiplied to 4y. So 2 times 4y. Well, that's going to be 8y. 2 times 4 is 8. And then we're going to do 2 times positive 3. So 2 times 3. And that's going to be 6. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, those are a couple basic ones. What I want to make sure we see with these next couple is that there are some trickier ones when it comes to using negatives. That's when I see the most mistakes. Okay, so this one, we have negative 6, parentheses, 7x minus 4, close the parentheses. Again, nothing in between the negative 6 and the parenthesis. So that means that we are using multiplication, and we're going to multiply. So we have negative 6 times 7x. So negative 6 times 7x. Remember, when we're multiplying, they're different signs, it's negative automatically. So negative 6 times 7, that's going to be negative 42x. Now, here's the part that tends to give people fits. This is negative 6, and this right here is actually a negative 4. Okay? What we were doing with our combined like terms problems, whenever we saw subtraction, remember, we were going boom slash. So it's actually negative 6 times a negative 4. And in multiplication, a negative times a negative equals a positive. So this would be positive 24. And that is typically one of the most common errors, is that we make a mistake with our sign because we don't think about it being negative times a negative. We do negative 6 times 4 instead of negative 6 times negative 4. So be very, very careful about that. Now, I do want you to notice, too, since my answer was positive, I made this a plus sign. Okay? So that's why it's plus 24. Let's look at another one. Here we go. Okay? Now, this one's got more things, more terms, I should say, inside of the parentheses. There's actually 3 things in there. Again, the negative 4 there's nothing in between that and the parenthesis. So we're looking at multiplication, and this is the distributive property. So we have negative 4 times 3y squared. Negative 4 times 3y squared. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12y squared. We then have negative 4, and we have to make sure we see this as a negative 8y. So negative 4 times negative 8y, that's going to be positive 32y. And the last part, we have negative 4 times 2. Negative 4 times 2, that is going to be negative 8. And then we do the hokey pokey and turn ourselves around, because that's what it's all about. All right. Now, what I want you guys to do, hopefully you should have had all these problems in your notes. Remember that. Okay? On your notes. Oh, no. Let me reload real quick in 5, 4, 3, 2, and there it is. Okay, I want you guys to go ahead and do these 4 problems. Okay, pause the video and do these on your own. I'm going to come back here in a second, and I will take care of them. I'll show you what the answers are. Hey, you need to pause the video and do them. Okay, here's the answers. Hopefully you actually paused the video so that you could do them on your own. Okay, for this first one, we're going to distribute. 7 times k is 7k. 7 times negative 3 is negative 21. Okay, number 2, negative 3 times b is negative 3b. And we have negative 3 times negative 7. That is a negative 7. Negative times a negative makes that a positive 21. Okay. Number 3, we have, negative 5 times 1. That would be negative 5. And we got negative 5 times negative 4p. So negative 5 times negative 4p, that's going to be positive 20p. And last but certainly not least, we have this number 4. Now we got to think, what number is this in front of the parentheses? Okay, that is, so all we see is a negative sign. That is a negative 1. So we're going to distribute a negative 1. So we have negative 1 times 9n. That would be negative 9n. And then we have negative 1 times a negative 3. Negative times a negative is a positive. And that would be my answer. Okay. What you guys are going to do, you should have your notes done now. You need to make sure you take a picture of your notes. Okay. Load it to your Google Classroom. If you need to, use the camera right here on your Chromebook. Okay. But you need to load that picture to your Google Classroom assignment and then turn that in. Okay. Once you do that, you need to jump on Alex, and there's a 5-question exit ticket that I need you to take care of. I had talked about doing a Google form. I'm going to save that for this week, this following week, so that we can get a few more days under our belts before I get some key feedback. So you guys have a great day, and I am going to be out. See ya.